What up, Bichos? Welcome back to another video. I wanted to share some of my thoughts with you guys on the gameplay and the state of FC26. As far as like enjoyment, what I'm doing to keep me entertained, keep me excited, keep me engaged, and keep the passion going with this game. So Evo has been one of my favorite things always since they released them. A few years ago it wasn't that great. Last year was good. I think this year is better, even though like there was like a slower power curve. I think this year I have more of an understanding as far as like not every evolution that comes out, you don't have to do it like right away. Okay. So just because the evolution comes out, like you can chill, you can relax and wait for other. Like I would recommend waiting like a few days for another Evo to come out and see if you can chain the Evos. Because a lot of times, like I'll complete an Evo and I'm like, dang, if I would have waited, I could have put both, So it's like one of those things where it's like FOMO per se. So Evos have been one of the most incredible things for me. What I have to do, play one more match. Okay. Um, yeah, so the Evos for sure. I don't know what came out today, but I'll check it in a second. I just want to show you my club really quick. And not this one, because this is just a cup team. Let's go to my main team. So for example, this Evo, he was a inform, and I did this Evo. Amazing card. He can play left back and play right back. He's only 3-3, as far as like skill moves and weak foot, but in game, like he performs really well because I think he's lean tall. And I found out that he actually played for Juve, which is kind of weird. So now he's in my Juve past and present. Then we have these that we came out in the November 27, but they left out some of my dribbling. Where's my dribbling stats? They forgot to upgrade the dribbling stats. I think they also did that for you guys. I recently packed him. My son packed me this card, and I told him, I was like, if you pack me a good card, you can get a snack. If you don't pack me anything, there's no snacks for you. So he was like, okay. So then we did the campaign player pick thing, and it was McTominay and Cabal. I obviously went for Cabal because Juve player is also a really good card. I'm gonna Evo him. That's why I'm doing the Evo Cup, so that I could Evo him. You see what I'm saying? Like there's so much things that I'm doing that is exciting, because if I do the Evo Cup, then I can give him like some of the rewards from the Evo. Not cosmetic, but they actually improve. Like I think he's gonna get jockey, which is what he's missing. He's missing jockey right here, and the Evo is gonna give me jockey. And then I'm gonna put hit the weights. I'm gonna send him to the gym so that he could improve that physical, because that physical is a little low, right, for a center back. And the only thing that helps him is that he's a bigger build. He's 6'1", but in game he's I think 85. As far as kilo, 85 kilo, which makes him heavier. So when he tackles, it helps him out. So the body type is very important. Then I did this Evo, and I did this Evo because I tried him and I was like, bro, Da Costa is back. And because of that, you see that I used him for 436 games. And I've used him as a center back. I've used him as a right back. And recently I gave him more defending. I applied another Evo that actually boosts his defending. So that was amazing. Then I gave him incisive. I gave him ping. I think I gave him quick step. And I just turned him into a beast, let's just say. And obviously you guys know about this guy right here, Pobega. Incredible card. I Evo'd this guy, very impressed. And you can see by the stats, those are not squad battles. I do not use him on squad battle. Those are not squad battle stats. This guy, amazing. 5-star weak foot, can play cam. He does play more like a creator, but he's so tall that you can't really use him like a creator. Bro, anything in front of net, he's at 88 finishing. He finishes everything. He does have the incisive, the tiki-taka on him. Very underrated for a striker, let me tell you. Game changer, very important for me to have a striker with game changer, because it just adds more shooting animation. So if they can't shoot it a certain way, they'll use that game changer, which is Trivella. And then obviously the finesse, I do a lot of finesse with him. He has the 5-star weak foot. It don't matter where you are, this man will pop him from any corner. So I really like this card, and he wins a lot of headers, like precision headers. He wins a lot of headers. Like his let me just check his 92 jumping. He wins a lot of headers. That's all I know, and it's pretty good because it gives you another dimension to your game. Like if I can't ping a pass to a striker, I can just put it over the top and then head it down and then give it to Griezmann. And then you guys know I posted about him, I evoed him, and I kind of wish, you know, like sometimes I kind of miss that incisive from my wingers because would be cool. But it's not that important, honestly. Like what I would like for him to have would be um rapid. I think all the wingers in this game should have rapid, okay? And he doesn't have rapid, but for some reason he feels fast. So I don't know what it is about him. When you tap the sprint button, you know, like when you time the when they're about to touch the ball and you time it again and it gives you like that little sprint boost. He feels really fast for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Could it be the quick step? Does he have quick step too? Let me see. All right, he has quick step too. He feels fast sometimes he doesn't feel fast. I don't know. It's usually the gameplay, but so the other thing I wanted to tell you guys about is that I changed my stadium and I put this high school stadium. As you can see, there's a little bit of shadow, but shadows are turned off. And I don't know, when I'm playing at home, and I also did this with the FPS got better. It increased on full screen. I put the FPS counter, and playing at home in this stadium increased the FPS. The gameplay also felt smoother. And I only tested it when I knew the gameplay was bad, right? So then I went and activated this stadium and I waited for me to play in the home as a in a home game. And once I got into a home game and I turned on the FPS on full screen, I noticed significantly that it's different than the Ultimate Team Stadium. Like the FPS went up and I noticed that it was smoother. Okay. Another thing that I did was turn off the player shadows. It makes it look ugly. It makes the gameplay look ugly, guys, but I turn off player shadows. And I only do this when the gameplay is like really bad and delayed and sluggish. That's the only time I do this, okay? I go and pause the game and go in player shadows. It might take you a little bit of time to get used to it because it doesn't look pretty, but once you do it, it will help you tremendously. It would help the animations of the player be more responsive. That's what it does. Okay, I also noticed that I did lose a cup match with my controller where I was clicking away from it and by mistake, I hit the keyboard on the welcome screen and the welcome screen ended up selecting the keyboard or whatever, and because of that it ended up not activating my controller. So that was an issue because when I went into the cup match everything was disabled. So just keep that in mind, that when the screen is loading, don't don't touch your controllers. It's still a thing. So it's kind of sad, but it's still a thing. And team management, I've played an entire weekend league without team management, and it's kind of something, I don't know if it's like for PC players. I noticed on Twitter that some people are at Twitter on X that some people are still having that issue. And so team management is still a thing. I go in cups, I can use team management. I go in rivals, I can't use it. I go in champs, I can't use it. I'll go back to cups, I can't use it in cups. I'll go back to rivals, I can't use it. It's so weird. It's like so inconsistent. So I don't know if it's something that has to do with PC with the controllers, or is the same thing happening to console players. Something else that I want to address, and it's the last thing. I'm sorry this video is a little long. The gameplay. Okay, since Friday, since the season was about to reset, not Friday, oh my god, since Wednesday, when you play late and the season about to reset into Thursday, gameplay has been incredibly amazing. So can somebody explain to me how I go into cups, I go into rivals, you guys see there's no there's no player shadows. Okay, he left, but I didn't score. Dang, I need to score a goal, bro. Anyway, so since Wednesday, I go into cups, smooth gameplay. I go into rivals, smooth gameplay. Oh wait, I just completed the Evo. Let me go back and do that. It kind of helped out that he left because it completed the Evo. Let's go. I go into champs, I go into rivals, I go into cups. Everything has been smooth for the last 3 days. Today's Saturday. I'm playing during content time, and the game is like amazingly responsive. Just scared me. That I thought I could put him into the competitive catalyst, which would have been amazing. And I don't understand why I don't understand why the gameplay is so smooth on one of the heaviest times of the season. How is it that the gameplay since Wednesday has been responsive in every mode? I am having so much fun. I'm playing so chill because everything I'm doing, all my commands, all my inputs are being registered by the game. So I'm not quite sure what has happened since then. I don't know if Nick's video got to them, because Nick did post about this. It was like a rant, and it was about gameplay, inconsistent gameplay. So, because I remember one time he was playing and it was like you could tell the gameplay was so responsive and he was cooking everybody. He was like on another level. And then a few days later, maybe not a few days later, maybe like the next day, he couldn't even play. His players couldn't turn. He was hitting posts. The passes were misplaced. And I was like, bro, it's inconsistent gameplay. Like, it has to be inconsistent gameplay. You see the player shadows. There's no player shadows, so it makes the gameplay look really weird. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that the gameplay has been very responsive for me. Like, all my passes have been, for the most part, like amazingly accurate. Okay, I need Ferran Torres to score. I need Ferran Torres to score. So yeah, those are the things I wanted to talk to you guys about. Okay, I'm using a low budget stadium, which I feel like it has helped my gameplay, because it's not, the graphics I guess is not as heavy. Player shadows, I'm removing them during certain gameplays. I'm having fun with evos are it's one of those things that is making me, you know, log into the game and play the game a lot. It's because of the evos. And I'm not evoing like super meta cards. I'm just evoing cards that I follow in real life, and cards that just, it makes it fun for me, you know. So you don't always have to follow the meta, guys. Like, do what's fun for you, you know. I'm not even playing a meta formation, although 442 is, you know, subjectively meta. I'm just having a lot of fun with it because I know 2DM is kind of like negative football in a sense, but the way this game is set up this year with all the counters, like, I feel like if you don't have two CDMs, like, you're pretty much cooked. So for that reason is why I do this. I need Ferang, I need you to score, bro. What are you on? Come on, baby. Cut inside, cut inside. He left. It left away from me. Anyways, those are the things I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know if you try it, and maybe it's just me, right? Because everybody's gameplay and everybody's situation is different. So it could just be me. Oh my god, Leao, you are the, that's not Leao, that's my new. Sorry, my new. I apologize. You're goated. I don't want Raspadori to score, bro. I need Ferran Torres to score. Anyway, guys, talk to you later. See you in the next video. Ciao.